Hey everybody, I'm back, and things are just as crazy as ever. It's crazy because I'm drinking some Shack's Berry cider today. I had a gift pack and I still haven't finished it. It will eventually get completed. I'm not huge great on the ciders. They're a little sweet, but I'll drink it. Here we go. I forgot how dry this one was. Not bad, a little tart. I think I'll make it through though. I want to start off by saying that we know that Nancy Pelosi's a drunken old hag, and a lot of stuff she said was alcohol related. And by I mean alcohol related, her brain was all muddled because of alcohol. I mean, that's just the way it is. So anything that come out of her mind was probably alcohol induced. However, I said it numerous times, we're having a competition of either Kamala or AOC being the dumbest people on that side of the aisle. Chelsea Clinton has thrown her hat into the ring. She said, you know what? I want to be just as dumb as those two. I'm going to start off by Kamala, our vice president, Kamala Harris, some type of big attorney, generally California, senator, vice president. She said, well, tomorrow is the today of tomorrow. What the hell are you talking about, Kamala? Because we must live in the present. Today of tomorrow is today and tomorrow. God only knows what the hell she's talking about. She talks in a lot of circles. It makes no sense at all. She's not old or senile like Joe. She's not drunken like Nancy. She's just really dumb. And then AOC. AOC loves our democracy. Our democracy needs to keep going. She said, and I quote, the government must shut down unapproved news agencies. It's great for our democracies. Did you ever hear of the First Amendment? The First Amendment. Freedom of the press. The government cannot get involved in shutting down agencies that they don't approve in the press. I don't know. I think the founding fathers got together and said that's no good. But she really believes in our democracy. I don't think she can spell democracy, but she says it a lot, and she doesn't quite know what it means. And then, here's my favorite. Good old Chelsea Clinton. I don't know what she's talking about. She's writing children's books. She said, banning sexually explicit books from schools is harmful to children. Banning sexually explicit books. Why is the left so engrossed with having our children learn about sex? You know what is harmful to children? Sexual predators and pedophiles. That's what's harmful to our children. Children, especially in elementary school, do not need sexually explicit books. Why is the left trying to continue the normalization of pedophilia and sex with children? I got an idea. You know what's not safe for children? Liberals! They're not safe for children. Very, very unsafe. Very unsafe. In Colorado, there were 17 Democrats in their House of Representatives who voted against indecent exposure to a minor as a felony. What they just said is, okay, give him a ticket, let him move on. Give her a ticket, let him move on. It's not a felony. Indecent exposure. Whip it out. Show him. But again, we don't even know what body parts are seen about. Men, women, penis, no penis. God only knows. I don't know what's going on. But again, the left, the Democrats. Can you imagine being able to protest? We live in a country where you can protest and have free speech, unless AOC disapproves. But you could have free speech and protest that drag shows are not being shown to children, and that sexual predators and pedophiles are now eligible for the death penalty in Florida. And you go out and say, we don't agree. Let's have drag shows and keep these pedophiles alive. Really weird to me. It must be such a strange mindset being a liberal because it doesn't make sense to me. You want to give me pedophiles or sexually abused children? I'm all for the gallows. Bring the gallows back. These are the worst people on the planet, But for some reason, Democrats keep trying to normalize this. This is worse than the trans. Worse, because you're messing around with children. Children. It's mind blowing. I don't understand. Weird. Very weird. Then we had some liberal teacher out in the Midwest, a high school teacher, was having an affair with one of his 18-year-old students. And his defense was, she could consent. She's the age of consent. I got an idea. Put this guy in a room with dad for half an hour. We'll see how old that age of consent really is. What are we doing? This man is a pedophile. He is a sexual predator at the bare minimum. At the bare minimum. Did he wait for the day she turned 18 and said, bingo, I'm in. Good to go. What is wrong with these people? These are children. Any grown man or grown women who really think an 18-year-old is an adult are out of their minds. Out of their minds. They know nothing at 18. And the problem is they think they know everything. They think they know everything. I was there. I'm guilty of it. And so were you. We were all guilty of it. But now when you get older and have life experience and some wisdom, you know better. But the people who know better are not helping our children. That's why our future is absolutely screwed. Bring balls back. Let women be women. Stand up for each other. Let's get back to some basic humanity. Now let's get to senile Joe. Joe and his wife, good old Jill, who should be charged for elder abuse, said Joe is running again. First of all, I don't know where he's running. He can't ride a bike. He may be jazzing somewhere around. He's taking his jazzy, running around. But he's not going to debate anyone. There will be no debates from Joe. Do you know why? Because he can barely stay awake. He's got nothing coherent to say. It's amazing. What are we doing? They keep saying, oh, he's only 79. Look at Mick Jagger. He's still doing shows. Sammy Hagar still doing shows. Harrison Ford, he's out there making Indiana Jones 737. These guys are all older than him, older than Joe. You know what I'll bring up? Jerry Springer, 79, who just died. I'm in that death pool, and most of the people who die in the death pool aren't the people in the 90s. They're the people from 75 to 85, right where Joe is. Joe is not coherent. I don't want to hear him comparing Mick Jagger, Sammy Hagar, and Harrison Ford to being president. You know what? Don't want them as president either. Hate to tell you, just don't want it. We got a school over in Vermont who have banned the terms male and female from the sexual reproductive system section when they teach it in health class. What do we say? When the person with the thing puts it in that other thing that will take the thing, what are we doing? It's male, female, penis, vagina. How are we going to get these kids to learn? No wonder they're so confused. They're so confused. Mr. Rogers said it many years ago. A boy will grow up to be a man. A woman will grow up to be a lady. You can't change that. That science has never changed and never will change. We did develop the science to change your outsides, but it doesn't change your insides. It doesn't change your DNA, and it doesn't change how you were born. How you feel is how you feel. Doesn't mean that I have to buy into it. I told you my new pronoun is I. Everybody just call me I. I spoke to I, and then I said, let's see how that goes. So anybody wants to address me, just call me I. When you're talking about me, call me I. That's it. I'm going by I from now on. It's absolutely insanity. Insanity. I don't know. These Vermont schools may have bought into the Sexual Diversity Organization, who have come up with 202 different genders. 202. Not 2. 202. Not 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or 100. 202. One of them happens to be trigender, which is male, female, and whatever. What is the whatever? The whatever is now a gender? I'm just whatever right now. Just going with it. You see where the day takes me. Ask me again about an hour. We have a mental health crisis being perpetuated by liberals. I'm on my horse today about liberals. I don't know what it is. Liberals have set me off today. Another one of these liberals. Ugh. It was Lesbian Visibility Week last week. Lesbian visibility. Lesbians need to be seen. Why does every group need to have a day or a week or a month? And I have to tell you, I have nothing against lesbians. We all know this. Lesbians are great people. I don't know how they're not getting, I don't know how LGB is not getting away from the rest. I really don't. Because the rest is where the lunacy is really coming from. Lesbians don't want a day. They don't want a week. They want to be left alone and live their life. You know, when is Flamboyant Gay Man Week? Well, where is that? When is that week? I'm down for that week. I want to see those people because they're great people too. I hate to tell you that. But why do we need to point out people on a basis of their race, gender, sexual orientation, sexual belief? It is insanity. Can we please stop? Can we please stop? Why does every day we need to acknowledge another group of people? Let's just be good human beings. I say it all the time. Let's just be good human beings. And I'm thankful that I have the majority of good human beings in my life. I have a couple of questionables, I have to tell you that. But I love them anyway. So that gender diversity is now saying that lesbian, one of the genders is something about a trans woman who likes another woman is a lesbian plus. Plus what? Plus the penis? That's the only thing I can guess. If you are a lesbian plus, the plus has to be the penis. Now, if you are a transgender woman with a penis who likes other women, huh? Can you explain that? Because I'm a little lost on that one. Don't understand it all. I don't understand the whole thing. I said I have no problem with the trans people way before this. Always thought it was all weird, but really had no problems. Because they didn't need to be standing out and in your face all the time. In a world of weird, a man adopts in Africa a 6-year-old hippo. The hippo dragged the guy into the ocean or wherever it was and ate him. I don't know. They don't call them wild animals for nothing. But a pro tip, maybe adopt a dog or a cat. If you want a reptile, get a snake, a salamander. I don't know what to tell you, but a hippo's not the one. As we've seen, hippos can cause death. Another weird one, another really weird one. I saw a recent study that said oral sex is now contributing to throat cancer. Yes, so prostitutes beware, sex workers beware. Never heard this one before, but every man in America who read that study just said, oh, good God, no, no, no. Don't tell my wife or girlfriend. Could be bad, bad news. I don't know what to tell you. This is crazy. This is crazy. I don't know. Last thing I'm going to say. Read something. These two guys are having a debate. And this is on TV. And I only listed these 3 lines. And these are the 3 lines. The one dude was indigenous. And he said, white people did not discover America. And then he goes, yeah, that's right. The Vikings were here first. And then the indigenous guy said, exactly. Like he had a big point. Anybody want to tell him what color Vikings are? Just saying. But as I say every week, don't take tomorrow for granted. You never know who's going to be gone, your lost ones. I've been to 2 funerals in the last 4 days. Great human beings. One died way too young. One lived a fantastic long life. But either way, the loss is real. Yesterday or today, if it's the last day I'm going to see anybody, I want them to know I love them. I love you, the most powerful words in the English language. Go give somebody you love a hug. Don't forget to tell them. Cheers, man. And I will finish this apple cider right now. Cheers. See you next week.